Hey, 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 Pisces. Come on in, sit down. Deja Lu Psychic Medium here. And I would like to go over with you guys just some things like what's coming towards you, what is potentially blocking you, how you can overcome the situation that's coming towards you, and I would like to start by expressing to you the overwhelming feel of emotion, like the rise of tides in the ocean, and to help you find the calm in the storm in this reading. So please understand that I am going to do my best to help you conquer whatever this is that you're going through. Okay. So, I do want to share with you ahead of time whatever happens during a reading for you to take home as a message for you, a sign from above, from the universe, whatever it is that your perspective is. And to know that I do receive puzzle pieces that you need to fit into your life, however it is that it fits. And so, today I had this feeling rush over me of the fact that I walk with faith and not fear. And so I want to start with the factor here that in my past, I was very fear driven. If I was scared of something, I avoided it, I stayed away from it. And so, in this message, I want to make sure that we are understanding that we can't let fear stop us. Okay. And so, the very first thing that come towards me in this message is that there is a choice at this time. We always got choices, but this is I want to make sure that you're understanding that the choice that's being presented to you, be sure to not just rush your decision on the emotion that you're feeling. I want to make sure that you find the calm that you are needing in order to decide what is best for you, not just off of the fear, not just off of the emotion. Geez, since I started talking to you guys, I just started having this come in. So, this is one of those signs. Are you expressing yourself accordingly? Or are you having the deeper conversations that you need to? And also, is this decision, are you surrounding it around yourself, or are you surrounding it around everyone else? So let's dive into the cards. Let's get a little bit more message into this. I do see that there is a lot going on for you guys. Says stress caused by emotion, positive opportunities, unexpected events, and rapid changes. The ability to multitask. And this could be travel, right? It could even be around business. But the thing here is that I want to make sure. So I want to make sure I'm being heard because my sound feels weird. But with that being said, I want to make sure that you are being heard. You are um, making sure that your expression is not either too much or too little. And I don't want you to feel like I am trying to say that you're too much, and I definitely want to make sure you're not surrounding yourself around people that thinks you're too much. So with that being said, the next card is the end of a situation that brings relief, sadness, or both. The opportunity for new happens, a weight off your shoulders, the end of addiction, melodramatic reaction. And so that's where this reaction is important to make sure that it's not just like Okay, I've got a lot going on. I'm just gonna do this and be done, right? And so with that, man, I can't even describe this feeling that I have here. It's overwhelming. And so, when we get ourselves wrapped up into the everyday drama, the news, what is going on in the world, even like putting ourselves around other people, we take on their emotions, their problems, their feelings, and it is up to us to make sure that we are centering ourselves around us. Like, we are important, you matter, and your feelings are, that's why I need you to make sure that you are taking this moment, and a pause is okay, right? It is productive as well. I feel like in your energy that you get triggered whenever it comes to taking a breath or slowing down, like you're not functioning enough, or maybe you just don't like the calm like that. You want to be busy, but the facts of the matter are is that being unable or unwilling to make a decision, follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy, pretending there is no problem, overanalyzing a situation. Now, I want to make sure that you guys are aware that I put these cards out, but I don't read into the energy of them until I am here with you. Okay, so the flow here is coming to me naturally and through the channel, so that you guys can receive your word from the universe, and I can best guide you from them. And so, with that being said, I wanted to make sure that we ask here what is coming towards you. And so, with that, I got emotional withdrawal in reverse, heartache and loss, and disconnect and boredom. So, with all of those being said, I want to make sure that you can see and think about what it is that you know that you want to do and what the world has to offer, and to bring yourself out of this boredom. We need to live our life with passion and fire and ecstasy and all of these magical things, right? If we're just sitting in this, maybe I don't have the money to do this, or I don't want to, I'm scared, I'm worried about doing this kind of stuff, or even heartache and loss, right? Like something's missing. This is deep, though. This is, you could have lost a friend or a family member, in grief, whether it's death or just in the disconnection of it all. And so try your best to make sure that you honor your grief, and to understand that your dreams can continue on without them or this, right? This could even be a job, but you fit it wherever you need to. But this emotional withdrawal in reverse is showing me that you could potentially be experiencing too much emotion. Maybe you just don't know where to put it or how to express it. And with that being said, you can take salt baths, you can, go swimming, you can do exercise, right? Yoga, get out in the sun, barbecue, do something that is going to allow you to release some of this pent up emotion. Cry. If you're crying too much, then try to take a breath in it, right? I don't want you to not honor the fact that you're sad. It's okay that you're sad, right? But I also don't want you to live in it, right? Because when we get there, sometimes we have to remind ourselves that this is the past. Yes, it is affecting your future, because essentially, whatever this grief is, you can't take it forward with you. And maybe you're not sure where to turn or what to do. what needs to change. And that's okay. That's where this pause is important right now. And so I ask what you're feeling because I wanted to make sure that we discuss this, right? And I got the rebuild card. And so if you see this, it's really beautiful here. Like she's holding her hand on the heart. You want to come from the heart space. This is you believing in yourself, understanding that you do need to rebuild. You need to come back to a place of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Sovereignty, right? Standing in your power and finding you again. But this feeling is okay, I can move forward. And I love that the feeling is there like that for you. But then I got the crown chakra card, which starts a sentence with I know. And it also is just, it's like a knowing, right? When you know, you know. But I got the confront card in reverse. And we are speaking of feelings here. So, the confront card is looking at your life like a mirror and looking back at the things that have happened and understanding why they serve you purpose and what you can actually do with them, right? And so, with this being said, there may be a block here that you're not trying to look at or to understand what purpose it is. Maybe you're struggling to understand that. And so, um, maybe this is confronting someone else, even, right? The feeling of that fear, that you don't want to look back at this stuff. And so then I got the win or lose card in reverse. And this always speaks of coming from the heart and not wanting it to be a battle. Sometimes we get focused on the fact we like are so stubborn and are so focused. I do it too, guys. We get so focused on the fact that this is what we want. We're not quite understanding the fact that um, this is for our greater purpose, that whatever this ending is going to serve us a purpose in the future that is taking us to our higher timeline, right? And so in this, it's not a competition. And I know that you know that, but this is almost like I need you to take deeper introspection in this because I know you want to win, right? I know that you are in this like battle type situation, it feels like. And so, with that being said, also understand that um, you could potentially be blocking your flow of emotion or allowing it to be too much because of you going against what the universe is trying to show you and focusing more on your wants versus what it is that needs to happen. And so be sure to understand that you are uniquely you, and everyone comes in different shapes and sizes and all of everything different in every way single. You cannot try to make your life just like everyone else. You're unique in your own way. And I got the ecstasy card, which we spoke of earlier. Okay, excuse me. We want to find our passion. We want to bring joy to our lives. And so, in this decision, all of this needs to be brought forward. My goodness. And I got the severance card here. So, this is cutting out what no longer serves us. And I love this card because for many, many, many years, it took me a long time to understand that I needed to be more forgiving of myself and others, of whatever, you know, choice that I made that didn't work out, trusting that I would make the right decisions in the future. I ask what lies beneath here, and I got keeping a promise and total drama. And so, with that being said, maybe you're struggling with keeping a promise, or or maybe it's because someone else didn't keep a promise and you're like, man, we were building this world together. And this could be a job or a person, right? Like, I want to make sure you're understanding to fit the puzzle piece where you need to. But the drama, we don't need the drama, right? We don't need that. It's sometimes when we are coming out of fight or flight because we've been through a traumatic situation. Our body tends to, because we've got this turmoil going on in the inside, it tends to reflect on the outside, right? And so our life will be chaos or turmoil because we're not addressing what's happening within. So this is really important for you guys here. So I pulled some shadow work questions here that could potentially help you understand in this situation how you can move forward. And I got, am I letting fear stop me? And am I willing? And so I want to read Am I Willing, because I felt the deepest connection to this card. You are on the edge of something great. Can you feel it? Yes, there is risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is certain and vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself where more than ever before. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. And the next is, am I letting fear stop me? Are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? The juicy secret is you are the boss of fear. You are unstoppable. But it's up to you to see that by taking action, today's soul action. Today, be brave and do it scared. Choose one fear and move through it. You are in need of a hero. So that is who you will become. And with that being said, I do want to get a little bit of clarity in here because I feel like this is just really broad. So let's bring in the message a little bit here and see. Let's get the tarot in here, right? I do have a few more cards over here that I want to make sure that I go over with you guys, and that's what is blocking you. And some affirmation cards here. But let's bring in this tarot here because I really want to see. I want to go into my claircognizance, right? So I want to see the future. This is like all about the present and how you can make the choice, but it's not really pulling forward what I need you to see. So let's do that really quick here. Pisces, what does Pisces need to see? We'll take those. Future. Yeah, see this is the card that speaks of the choice. I know it's not something that you want to make. If you see this person here, I know it's a little far, but if I go in it goes dark. But um this person has their eyes closed and they're sitting there with their arms crossed, and it's, whether they're meditating or pouting or just closing their eyes and taking a minute for introspection, they're not seeing the possibilities that they have here. They actually have multiple choices that they could potentially make, and but they're looking in the material. And so know that miracles can happen. Things can, I mean, magic, stardust. Like, come on, guys. Seriously, it's possible. I need to bring you back to that aspect here. And so, oh, yeah. See, Ace of Swords, intensive negativity, short lived victory, chaos, destruction, anarchy, wrong decisions, unfulfilled ambitions. So, like, let's talk about you and what your dreams are here. I don't know who or what has took you away from this vision, but let's bring you back here. The universe is like, come on, you have these wishes. Why are you being so negative, about it? And if it's not you being negative, please don't take that personally. Place it towards the person who is, right? Because this could be someone around you that's causing this, okay? But we do have the Queen of Wands, and it fell out with the Lovers card in reverse. And so this lets me know that there could be some relationship uncertainty, you know, betrayal going on. This could be a loving relation, an actual love relationship, or a friend or a family member, like we were speaking of. And so be sure to, hmm, be optimistic. This like soulmate energy almost coming in, understanding that this person didn't serve you purpose, but there is someone who will, right? And with that is the Three of Wands in reverse, because this is like missing the feeling, like maybe it's like I'm too old, or I don't have time to find someone else, or like, oh, wait, I already based all my life on this person, and whatever the case may be. But the Three of Wands is someone who needs to look outward and see that there's a journey ahead of them. And, this may be someone contemplating a move, even, so be open to it. I know you may have built your, focused your whole life on building this situation, and this was your dreams, but the universe is like, hold on, guys. There's something more than you ever imagined coming towards you. And so be open to that instead of looking at it like, no, I have to hold on to this right here, right now. This past, this, I can't do this, right? And I know this is bringing me back to whenever I lost my first husband, and I know how hard it can be to come out of the emotions for you to be able to make decisions and to even focus on yourself, and or to even understand that this part of you is no longer even possible anymore. And so, please know my heart goes out to you during this time. It feels very difficult, and but the truth is, the universe is over here standing right next to me, going like, hey, we're here to help, your past loved ones, God, the universe, whatever your beliefs are, you input them here. But the future is going to get better as long as you allow it to. When we focus on our pain, we lose sight of the possibilities. We lose sight of God. We're like, okay, I this feels like a punishment, not something that's going to benefit you, but you're not seeing the future. And, like I said, whenever I lost my first husband, I was devastated. I had two babies, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's the love of my life. I mean, I was with him through high school and everything, so I didn't know anything but him, and I didn't see and understand that my future, what was it was going to turn out to be. And now I am with this, and that relationship was chaos, but I loved him, and I wanted to hold on to it because he's what I knew, and it felt unsafe without him and everything, but now the man that I'm with is everything. Like, he helped me heal. He's held me through my difficult times. He has showed me courage and strength, and has helped me see and find God again. And like, I cannot even express to you, if you are open to, um, putting yourself out there or seeing what else is out there, that there are other magical things that could happen. And I know you may be like, yeah, I know, but when's it going to happen? Or how's it going to happen? We have to relinquish control of that, okay? Um, So let's look at these affirmation cards because I think they'll fit in really good right now with us speaking of this, because I want to make sure that you're understanding where your focus needs to be. And the first thing here is your mind, your body, and soul. So, one of the biggest things that I have learned in my life is to make sure that we are understanding that they all each have their own needs. And, so consider what you're putting into your body, consider what you're watching, what you're listening to, what are you feeding yourself. And if you've surrounded yourself around somebody who is negative, or this negativity is within yourself, I really want you to try to consider how you can tune into something that will lift you up. And I got step out of your comfort zone. I know it's scary. I know, but I promise you that when we step out of our comfort zone, it elevates us, right? It takes us to the closer to our passion. And even if this is something that you failed in the past, that doesn't mean it's going to happen again. Or if somebody told you you weren't good enough, that doesn't mean it's going to happen again. You're a different person now. The circumstances are different. Nothing ever repeats itself unless you continue to sit in the same cycle. When you step out of your comfort zone and you do something new, then you get a new outcome. And then I have the fire elemental, which says ignite change, burn away the old, and forge a new path to face the world with purpose and determination. And so I love this card. Like, that fire is the passion, right? What makes you feel good? What brings you joy? What lifts you up? And, while this is me telling you that it's okay to love yourself and focus on you, and to make sure that you're like getting away from this outside noise, take this moment. It will be beneficial to you rather than just rushing and jumping into this decision out of emotion, okay? So let's talk about the blockage now, okay? And I got inner darkness, which is deep, you know. And with these cards, I really like to get the perspective of the person who made this deck. I always butcher her name, but this is Elemental Empath, and it's by Mayuki Rose. No, I am not like on any type of advertisement or anything, but I want to share that with you because a lot of people ask me about this deck. And so I want to read this to you, and because I think that you'll get something out of it here. When emotions, situations, or our thoughts are overwhelming, the resulting inner darkness can be daunting and hard to deal with, especially when it's accompanied by trauma or mental health issues. There are many reasons why the dark night of the soul comes upon us. Ooh, that's something we could talk about. And if you are dealing with darkness or have dealt with it in the past, this card invites you to be gentle with yourself and consider that there might be subconscious beliefs or patterns coming up that need some attention. Subconscious patterns. Our subconscious holds our programming, beliefs, and memories, and is interestingly tied to the body. When darkness arises, there is often something coming up that is being triggered or asking for some attention. Even old issues that we thought we had dealt with can come up in new layers and need a safe space. You are the one holding space. Remember that the other person likely needs safety. Their emotions are allowed. Ask them what they need. People generally either want advice or simply a safe space to vent and express what is coming up without being judged or told what to do about it. If they don't know, just listen and validate their experience. Let them exist, and they are without telling them that they should or how their perspective is flawed. Being seen and heard is a powerful healing tool. If you have advice to give, Either ask permission before sharing or wait for them to ask for it. Potential blocks. The block is simply being too hard on yourself. We are sometimes so close to the pain that we don't see the bigger picture of why our pain is valid and just how much we do on this journey of life. Remember that you are allowed to struggle, and please don't compare yourself to anyone else. However, however similar they may seem, all of our journeys are different. See, I already spoke that. Also, beware of the spiraling into the darkness. When we're triggered, it's easy to think that all of the things that have gone wrong in our lives when the reality when in reality it was just one thing that sparked the downward slide. Instead of hitting the self-destruct button and circling the drain, pause and give yourself a hug through the pain. Write down 5 things you like about yourself or what others say they like about you. Then hug yourself and imagine that you are hugging your inner self. If it feels like safe to do so, ask her what she needs and gently hold her as she processes. So that's deep. Dark Night of the Soul. Real quick, we'll go into that. So I just got done going through the Dark Night of the Soul, and that's literally whenever our self is stripped from our ego, or our ego is stripped from ourself, I should say. So things are looking differently than we ever thought that they would. Like our beliefs are changing. Like, oh my goodness. So it's really hard because it brings up all of the darkness, right? Like all of the mistakes we made are like, oh my gosh, we believe that and that wasn't true. But you are in divine timing, finding who you are at the exact right time in order for you to continue the journey that you need. Okay. So, um, the best thing that I can say to you is to understand that you are the main character in your life and in your movie and in your book, right? So you take the reins and be the star here, okay? And allow yourself to shine because it's your time. This is an excellent time for you to step into your sovereignty and to take action with your life with this choice and center it around you and not around everyone else, okay? Wow, I feel like I just word vomited and I got 33 minutes. It's longer than I wanted to, but I love that validation of the 33 because that is a master healer. And so, if you're wanting to help others heal on their journey, maybe this is just saying that your story should be heard, okay? Regardless, reach out to me if you want to go more in depth on this one on one. And I do have a hold space and have time available to do one on one readings. And please give me a like, follow, comment below. Let me know how much this is resonating for you, please, because this is how I learn and how I grow. Okay. I love you guys so much. Take care of you. Bye for now.